Hey everyone, welcome to day 32 of my challenge. Ignore the wet hair. But today I am going to make a shirt for myself. I've actually got proper Cricut vinyl because I was doing heaps of shirts and then all of a sudden I realized that my vinyl wasn't working, like it wasn't sticking to the shirt, it kept peeling off, it just wasn't working. I googled it and it turns out that it goes off, which I didn't know about, but that's okay. I actually wanted to try the proper like Cricut stuff because with my heat press, it's called an Easy Press, and you can actually, there's an app and you put what vinyl you've got, like if it's the proper Cricut stuff, and then what type of shirt you have, and it tells you exactly how long to press it for, when to peel it off, if you need to put some pressure down, all that sort of stuff. So it's really handy, so I'm going to try that. And I will get rid of my other vinyl. So I've got some on that wall there. And then I've got some underneath my desk too. So I'm going to have to chuck it all, which is really annoying because it costs a lot, but that's okay. At least I know now. I learned the hard way. I just bought vinyl when it was on special. I know not to do that now. I'm just going to have to buy it as I need it. But that's okay. So I'm going to make a shirt. I've made a few. I've actually made... Hold on, I'll grab up that. So if anybody's interested in starting to print on your shirts or something similar, then I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I've been doing it for a while now. I find it easier to create the cuts on my computer. Just, I don't know why. I just find it easier, especially since my computer's touchscreen. So I've got the Cricut app, and then I'll turn around in a second once I get some of my projects. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully you can kind of see some bookish themed ones like Bookish Coven, Summoning Book Boyfriend Since 19 something or other. I've got a Fantasy Reader Society. I've got one that says something along the lines of, unless you're an audiobook, I'm not listening to you, because I'm very antisocial and a bit sassy. So Zodiac Academy, Chestnut Springs, which is the Elsie Silver books, Sarah Jane Maas. So yes, I connect my computer to my Cricut machine and I cut it from here. This morning I went to work, so there's two places that they wanted me to go twice a day, so I done that and I fed all the animals and stuff. I was gonna have like a little bit of a rant because, so as I've mentioned in previous videos, if anybody's watched from the start or whatever, I was a part of a wildlife like rescue place, but I ended up not volunteering with it anymore. I don't want to say like quit. I guess you still use it for that, but I ended up just stopping because it wasn't working with my everyday life, and because I was the only one in my town who was a part of this organization, it was a lot of stress, especially for me who's like not very well. So it was very hard, very stressful. And with my thyroid problem, you really need to try and like have a very not stressful life and to be very calm, and it helps. So I just cut that off for the moment, but I was in it for, I think it was about a year. Yeah, before I quit. But anyway, so a little background. So we were out of town, like just kind of around the back of our place out that way, and it's like just before the 100 zone, but the place that I was looking after was past that, maybe like 5 minutes past that. And I was coming back into town after I'd fed everybody, and this car was going so fast. They were hooking. And so we went like a little further up, and I'd realized that the car had hit a duck. So these ducks, especially around our place, everybody knows them, but they always are like kind of on the road, and like they're really like, they know what they're tongue tied. They're very like good around cars. If they see you coming, they'll like run off the road. You just have to like be a little patient because they're cute and they're ducks. But this car had hit it, and like feathers were like everywhere. I won't get into like the gruesome details, but it's like family member, or I'm not sure what it was, or friend or whatever. There was another duck then, was on the road trying to help this duck, which was pretty sad. So I turned around and I pulled over, and because like, well, everybody knows that I'm a bit of a crazy lady when it comes to animals. I've been in the middle of the road in multiple occasions telling people to stop while I grab like an animal or wait for them to cross the road or something. I'm one of those people. But I had to wait for this car to go, and luckily this one slowed down and like made sure it didn't hit the bird, like the duck again. So I just took off my jumper, not this one, obviously, it's in the wash now. I took off my jumper and I just grabbed the duck, and I like bundled it up a little bit so it was nice and warm and like safe, and I just put it on my lap and just brought it home and disposed of it safely because it obviously died. It was a pretty big hit. But yes, so the reason why I'm telling this story is because I'm just going to put my 2 cents in, if you want them or not. But if you ever hit an animal, because sometimes you can't control the situation, I've had multiple very close cases, nearly all kangaroos, because I swear they're adrenaline junkies. But if you hit an animal and it's like, because most of the time it's dead or it will die, because most people around here have bull bars, whatever. So, but please just drag it off to like the grass if it is dead, or if it's definitely going to die, or just like take it with you if you can and dispose of it properly, or just at least drag it off the road, because you'd have its family or predators go onto the road, so its family will be there trying to understand what's happening and to try and like help it, and so they'll be on there and they'll get hit if that bird is not dragged off the road, or kangaroo, wombat, whatever. Or you'll have predators that'll come and eat the carcass of the dead animal, and then they'll get hit, and it's just like this snowball. So just please take it off the road. Or if it is injured, and say if its wing was run over, take it to the vet or call your wildlife like rescue place. But please just take it off the road, especially when it's like a highway or something like that. Most people around here are really good with that because everybody gets it. But I do find that there are a few people who will purposefully hit animals and just leave them, which is very upsetting. Humans are just so annoying. But anyway, there's my 2 cents. I will stop talking about it now because otherwise I'll just go on and yap because I am very passionate about this. So yes, I'm going to stop now before I keep going. Starting like, so of course I'll have this challenge that I do every single day, but I was thinking of starting like another little thing that I'll do whenever I have time. I want to sit down and craft, and it will be me slowly starting to get ready for Christmas. So I'll start making presents because I don't have a lot of money, so I'm gonna make them And maybe like with my family I might buy like a little thing to add to it or whatever. So I might start to do that because I'm gonna make presents and cards for like my uni friends as well. Relatives are over in England, so I will send them to them, and then like my uni friends and stuff. I don't know if I'll make something for every single person, but I at least do cards, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna slowly start to do that because I also has some birthdays coming up too, I think. Yes, I'll probably start that. I know it seems like it's early, but if you're making presents, then it's not that early. I probably should have started like a few months ago, but we'll see. So yes, I will also start that. I'm not sure when I will start that. I'm not too sure, but yes. But I think that's the gist. I think that's all I had to say to you guys. I had a little rant because I couldn't help myself. So I have 3 shirts that I can print on. I don't know if I'll do them all or I'll just do one. Okay, so I've got this one, a black one that's kind of like a little crop. It's like an oversized crop. I've got a red one that's the same, like a little oversized crop. I've got this one that's just like a shirt. Okay. I don't know, maybe I should choose my design first, and then I'll choose my shirt and then my collar. Too bad. So this is my Sarah J Maas one. So you got Terracin, which is Throne of Glass, to whatever end, Belarus, which is Akatar, City of Starlight, and then Lunathian, which is Crescent City, Light It Up. So it's little quotes from them, and I might try the Pitbull one. So it's from Zodiac Academy. I think I might put it on the red one, the red cropped one. I'm gonna put it on there. I'll have to choose a color. I'll have to go through and see. And light it. Start it. Okay, so now it's done. I'll unload it. And you can, I'm not sure if you can see, maybe if I get it in the right light, the right angle. Oh yeah, there, you can see the cuttings. Okay, I've turned it off now because I don't think I'm gonna do another one. Okay, so now it's time to weed it. So what that means is that you get rid of all the bits that you don't need. Then when you press it onto the shirt, it presses the stuff that you want on there.
middle of the D. A little bit of the A. See, I don't make this any cutting there. And I'll do the pitbull. Reading the names of the houses.
Okay, it's all weeded. So now it's time to stick it on. Okay, I just had to work out how to use the app again for the Cricut. So I've got the Cricut Easy Press 2. I'm sure you can see it on the ground there. I've got to do it on the ground because I don't want to do it on my bed. So you put in what material you use. So I've got the Cricut Value Iron On. So I put that in, and then my shirt is 100% cotton. So it tells you what temperature to have it at. So it was 155 degrees in Celsius. And you put it on for 30 seconds with firm pressure, and then you peel this off when it's cool to touch. Whoop. That did not work properly. Look what it done. It lifted up with it. Damn, and you can see like the glue. That is so annoying. Because usually I put like a bit of parchment paper between the vinyl sheet and the heat. But they say not to do that. Then it's stuck. It would have worked. It was gonna look really, really cool. Hold on. See? But then you can see all the glue. I'm so annoyed. But yes, if anybody's got some like pointers, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm still very much annoyed, but that's okay. Well, that's kind of the video today. It was a bit of a fail video, but hopefully next time I try it'll be good. But anyway, thanks for watching.